Bob. How are ya?
We should go ahead and dive right into this Tinseltown episode.
It's not Tinseltown.
Legendary. It is.
No, Deadly Sins.
Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. You're right. 7 Deadly Sins. So let's just hop right into Deshaun, who's just so pretty.
I can't. Honestly, I wonder what his parents look like.
How old is he?
Because honestly,
he?
looking at Deshaun, just looking at him in pictures and on Instagram and like videos, Deshaun could literally be anywhere from between 25 and God knows how old. But I would go as young as if Deshaun told me I'm 25 years old, I'll be like, work. I believe that.
Deshaun is a little bit older than me. Deshaun is 36 years old.
Really? That is good genes.
Yes.
And I do like Deshaun's look. He looks like he's like some type of god. Very that.
Law Roach.
Bitch,
I mean, to be fair, if we're being honest, Law Roach is essentially giving us the same thing in 8 different fabrics. I mean, it's always a suit with no shirt with long hair, every once in a while a finger wave. But that being said, the look is stunning. Like Law Roach always looks great.
Yeah, this green wig is everything. I love the money suit with the stone lapels. I think, and I literally, we just got a wig made for me that is literally like olive green like this. So I'm like, Law Roach is literally trying to be me. Go off, sis. Jamila
and obviously you've chosen to.
is wearing your favorite wig.
Okay, is it a wig? I don't know what's going on. Also, I don't like the fact that her bangs part a little bit in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a choice, and it's not a choice I would make, but go off.
But again, she does look good in this hair, but like it is definitely signature at this point.
I know. Girl, I think you might be right. I think she's a little Ariana Grande over here. She's like, I wear the same hairstyle all the time, and that's my life. Could you imagine if Ariana Grande came out tomorrow in a pixie cut wig? The internet would fucking implode.
Megan looks so good.
Her makeup is amazing. The bodysuit is not my
everything.
You're
insane.
I love the hair and makeup though.
You're doing crack. You're doing crack. Megan looks banana. She looks. This is the top 2 of the week. This is amazing. The hair, the bangs, the ponytail, her body. She's wearing no shapewear at all, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's
her body.
All Miss Megan. Also, but I can't. What is really cool to me is the making the wig into with the horns. That's so cool, and they also
Love
put
that.
red. They put red makeup in the parts to make it really like thinking like this is like Megan has a team that they really take care of the details. Like clearly, it looks so cool.
Is her face red too? I can't tell. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, she painted her face red.
Also, Leomi's wig is so good.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's really cool. I wonder who's doing the hair on the show.
I do. My only wish though is that her whip would have been like a nicer whip, because that is clearly like a
Is it?
whip.
Well, I
And
can't
want
tell.
the real. Yeah, I mean, it's only because I did a short time. I mean, I had a short history with whips when I was kidding with a whip, and I was cracking whips and stuff. And this is a really inexpensive whip.
At Miles Jeffrey's hair does I'm gonna hit him up. I'm like, Miles,
was that everyone's hair, or is that just Leomi's hair?
Probably just Leomi.
Stungerlina. Okay, let's move on to Normani, who is our extra special guest. Okay, let me just say, I mean, I may be jumping the gun here, but Deshaun was like, if there's a tie, then you'll have to be the one to make the decision, Normani. And I was like, I don't think that the guest should be making the decision.
I agree.
I think it makes more sense that Deshaun makes the decision.
For sure.
Because the guest is inarguably the least qualified person on the panel to be judging the ball.
Unless it's someone like from ballroom. Like unless it's like someone from like the community.
Yeah, but typically it's not. Typically it's Chance the Rapper's brother.
Wasn't that so random that Chance the Rapper's brother was a judge on Legendary? I was like, what?
And they kept being like, and just so you all know, he's Chance the Rapper's brother. Like when they started qualifying you by how other people know you, that's telling.
Like, yeah, no. And Normani's outfit is cute. It's fine. I love her hair. Her hair was really good. I love the hair.
Yeah, the hair, but I mean, maybe she got the memo late, but she's not giving a single deadly sin.
Well, she's green with envy.
Was she wearing green?
Yeah, she's wearing green.
They said pride when she came in.
Pride?
Pride?
I don't get Pride. No. So this week they're all portraying the 7 deadly sins. Bob, do you know all them? Can you spill them out really quick? Don't be looking.
Let's see. I'm not looking. I went back to you. Actually, just went back because I was on my notes and I have them on my notes and I'm trying to do it verbatim. There's pride, sloth, gluttony, envy, wrath. Pride, sloth, gluttony, envy,
I'm eating all of this. I'm so hungry. I'm just eating all the things.
That's gluttony.
No,
that's gluttony.
Well, yeah, but it can be
greed.
Greed.
And pettiness. No, so last week, Tisci won, and they got to pick their own, and they chose wrath. Which one would you have chosen?
I would have probably chosen wrath or lust as well. To me, those are the easiest ones, and to me, gluttony and something else are the hardest ones in my opinion. Yeah, sloth? Gluttony and sloth. Yeah, because like it's a spinning thing, and you have to do sloth. I'm like, that is crazy.
I don't think that gluttony is hard. I could see sloth being hard, especially with the spinning element. Just so y'all know, so this week they had to do a floor performance with a emphasis on spins. I would have chosen either wrath or I also let me look at the list again, the list of sins. I also really like pride.
I would have chosen greed or wrath.
For me.
Those are my two: greed or wrath. And we'll talk about. We'll talk about.
But also, isn't gluttony kind of greed a little bit?
Yeah, but I think greed is more like greed of things, and gluttony is greed of food.
Yeah. So I wrote down. Teacher got to pick their own sin. They chose wrath. For me, their spins. I gave them a 9. Let me just start with that. Their spins were everything.
I give them an 8.
It was very clear.
Yeah.
And it was very clear that they were wrath right away.
For sure.
And the way they left the stage was great. I love Mother Gia. Tisci is everything to me. And I'm telling you right now, like, this house has to win. They have to win.
Balenciaga would like to enter the chat. I love the drama of it all. I love how committed they are to it. I just think they're such a great house. You can tell that they really vibe together. Mother Gia seems, I think La Roche hit it, or one of the judges hit it hit the nail on the head last week, that Mother Gia like is not just like a mother who sits there and like lets the house work around her. She's like actively involved and actively participating and actively like contributing like majorly to her house's success. And I really love that for them. And I hate that they came for their shoes. I was like, I mean, I get what Naomi is saying. I was like, but bitch, what if you are not a bitch that can perform in 6-inch stiletto boots? Like,
wait, you said Naomi. You said Naomi said that. Who said?
Oh, Laomi.
And even if the shoes weren't heeled, they could have gone with the look better. I mean, the look stopped in Naomi's defense. The look stopped at the ankle.
I would agree with that. They could have like got the shoes maybe the same color or like put fabric over it to make it seem more in the thing. I that is true. That is true.
But I did love her up on that like tall perch.
Yeah, Gia, she was like, great.
I mean, this was a great fucking performance.
Yeah,
I would have given it a 9.
I give it an 8.
Megan is just throwing 10s at anyone who will take them.
Come on.
So let's talk about Oricci.
Okay, Oricci, the House of Oricci, they had to portray lust. And the definition of lust is an intense or unbridled sexual desire.
Oh, we didn't talk about what the definition of wrath was. Wrath is strong, vengeful anger or indignation.
What you call me?
I was getting that. Let's go on to indignation, please.
They were really obsessed with this pole thing, and it was literally for like 2 seconds. I feel like they could have focused more on the pole, and like maybe all of them could have been like worshiping Medusa on the pole, but it was the snake on the pole. So maybe they could have all been. You know what it is? The Satan and the other and Alora and Gillette could have been. Not Gillette. Who's the young lady in the pink? We have Gillette, but it's not. Oh, Karma. Alora, Father Omari, and Karma could have been worshiping the snake on the pole, and then maybe Medusa could have come from that or something. I just feel like they could have played more with this pole since they talked about it so much, and they obviously wanted to be a focal point of the number. It was just so short-lived.
But why is she like? Why would Medusa be? That just doesn't make sense to have Medusa is wrath. If anything, when you cross her anger will ruin you. Like, but she's not like it just seemed like there's there's lots of Greek mythology they could play with in terms
it could have been
lust,
like Aphrodite and like Cupid, like that whole thing, like lust. Yeah,
but not Medusa.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, to be honest, Tyra is the god of war, so that could have been a great wrath moment too.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, but Bobby, you know how it is. Sometimes like when you're doing like a drag number, you're like, I know I want to do this song, and you will bend everything to make that song work. You know what I mean? Like I think it's probably that she was like, I want to be Medusa. Like, all right, we're gonna make it work.
Then, bitch, we're gonna make Medusa work. That GoFundMe line really got me together. That was probably Law's best read of the season, to be honest.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, Bob, okay, you were literally pulling a Laomi. That was the best joke of the season, hands down. It's gonna be the best joke of the entire season. Cut to next week. You're like, girl. Next was the
let's
house
go to our
of
next
Mugler.
Miyake-Mugler. They chose. They were given sloth. Now they were saying that sloth is like a shady one to give. Do you agree?
Well, let's see the definition that they would probably have to work on, like to conceptualize a number. And sloth, disinclination to action or labor.
Laziness.
Yeah, laziness. I do think this is a hard one. That being said, I thought that they turned it for having sloth. I really did, and I didn't understand what Law and Megan were talking about. I feel like Megan just hopped on Law's shade train, and she just gave him the score. I was like, you're crazy. I was like, for being sloth and how they brought those like slow turns into it and having the thing where Father Arturo like brought. I was like, girl, you're drunk. You're drunk.
Well, I did agree with one thing that I think Laomi said it or Megan said it, but I do agree that like Arturo's outfit did not fit and he was tugging on it, but also that's not his fault,
right?
Like
that's the costumer that didn't fit the costumer properly.
Yeah, we need to bring these designers out and drag them
honestly
for putting Father Arturo in an outfit that does not fit.
Yeah,
like it's not his fault that his outfit did not fit. You know what I
They're
mean?
also reading Arturo for that makeup, for it being like, they were like, you look like whatever. And I was like, well, I guess that's probably.
They didn't say whatever. They didn't say whatever. They said poop, which I was like, not referring to a black person as poop. Like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not on this day. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I thought that for what I love how conceptual it was, and I do think the outfits could have been better. I don't know why they went for this. Like they look like they're in like. Do you know that series Divergent the like Divergent series? Do you know those movies, Bob? Probably not. Let's go on to your little friends over down at the school dance.
Wait, why are you saying this is my favorite house?
Every week you be like, I love Icon. They turned it.
I mean, I don't dislike Icon. I think that you might be reading a lot into my love for Icon. I'm still mad that Becky went home.
I know. Justice for Becky.
Jamil Icon really, for some reason, stood out to me this week in a way that I have never recognized.
Like how? Like
I will say that.
Like
I don't know. I just remember thinking to myself, this guy's like kind of hot. I feel like, I mean, not to be shady, but when it was done, I just wrote no.
I don't have many notes either. Well, let's talk about they're portraying envy, and envy is a painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by another, joined with the desire to possess the same advantage.
To sum it down, it is jealousy. Father Jamil is just he's really beautiful in general. Something about him was really appealing this week. It was either Ziggy or Sakori who were doing the crunchiest cartwheels I've ever seen in my life. Do you remember these cartwheels? Yes. It was like 3 of them, and I was like, not the Monique Hart School of Cartwheels.
I know. So the same people who made the House of Tisci's costumes and made My Fair Lady last week, they thought that this was okay?
I mean, to me, the only one who looks good is Kylie, but I also don't like her hair.
Yeah, and Father Jamil looks good too.
No, but that's also because he's just a good-looking guy in a suit. I mean, let's keep it real.
Also,
he's a good-looking guy in a suit.
Also, him and Normani are wearing the same fabric. So I think bitch, they made Normani's costume with the same bolt of fabric from Father Jamil's jacket.
Wait, is this tea?
I think so.
Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, what is Megan on.
The 9, right?
A 9. A 9. Meg.
I think Megan looked at Father Jamil and she was like, "Oh yeah, baby, a 9." Oh,
Megan gave Oricci a 7.
girl, I gave them a 6.
What did I give them? I gave them a 6 too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go on to the House of Milan. From the House of Milan, bitch, she's the one.
Okay, the House of Milan, when they were in the little thing before the.
I'm trying to find Jacob put these in any order he wanted. Now I'm trying to find the House of
No,
I found
mine is in the right order.
Oh, mine is just like anyway.
When they
Milan,
were describing what they were doing in like the little meeting before the performance, I was like, this concept sounds like too much. Like when she was describing.
So let's read it. So they were greed. Greed is an intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food.
Oh. So I thought the story sounded too much, and it was. It didn't play out as well as she described it. And this thing where she was like taking the jewels. So the story was she was taking this stuff from these people, then at the end they took it back from her?
I guess I wrote down that it was somewhat clear because there was some discussion about whether or not it was clear. I thought it was somewhat clear. I did not agree with the note that that Mother Jocelyn looked so different than the rest of them. I think she was supposed to look different from the rest of them. So that did not bother me the way it seemed to bother the other judges. It seemed to just really upset some judges that she was not. I was like, it didn't bother me that much. I also didn't think there were enough spins. We keep forgetting spins.
Yeah, but that's true.
I did like that little assisted cartwheel they did.
That was cool.
When they just held their arms out.
That was cool.
And they that was a take on spins. I think.
I didn't realize that King Oz is a cisgender straight man. That's really cool. I didn't realize that there was like a straight person involved in this, which I think is dope.
It's kind of dope. There's nothing wrong with straight people, but there's a part of me that was kind of like, what he doing here? Who let him up in here? I also love when Naomi said, "You did all the chit chat. Now it's time for the icon to speak."
Yeah. I also thought that they could have done a better thing if they were like bank robbers. Like that could have been a really cool thing if Mother Jocelyn played like a bank teller.
That is,
and the rest of them were like bank robbers.
That's a really good idea.
It was like
that's a great idea.
Classic black and white like mask bank robber thing. That could have been really cool.
You should have been. They could have done Dead Presidents.
Oh my God, Dead Presidents. That would have been great. Or like Fun with Dick and Jane.
I don't know that one.
My God,
they're out banking that one.
Yeah, so Jim Carrey is one of his it's in my opinion one of his funniest roles. I loved it.
I mean, it's no liar, but
liar is so good.
You know, it's so weird. It's so weird watching Deshaun send people to the back after they've gotten negative critiques. Deshaun be like, "Well, it was rough on you all, but you can now leave the stage." Well, you really got read the house down. No Sade, but now you may leave the stage.
I love Deshaun. I would propose to Deshaun tomorrow.
I would like this must be an awkward job to have to send people back when they just got read.
I know. Down.
Okay, Garcon had turned.
They did. They were assigned pride. Pride is an excess of self-respect and self-esteem to the point of arrogance and hubris. Bob, has anyone ever maybe hinted that you may be a little prideful?
I've been called called hubric in my day. And you know what? I wear it with pride, with hubris. First of all, I don't know if Tonka's train was supposed to come off, but as soon as I saw it, my first thought was I love Tonka's look, and my second thought was this train is going to be a problem, and then he ended up stepping on it.
He did. Well, okay, so they gave him critiques of like Tonka, don't think.
It was weird. It was like, don't put yourself in the box to have to be body all the time. Like, you're more than that. You're also a great personality. And
I was
and blah
like,
blah
I
blah. And I'm
think
like, I
Tonka
think
is doing the things that he wants to do. I was like, I don't, but he started crying. But again, when you're on like a competition reality show, like your emotions are a mess. And I don't know, maybe he was crying because they did so well. I don't know. But I was like, I think Tonka and his team, like they're doing what Tonka does. Like, I don't see them like using Tonka as a prop, but Tonka is doing all the dancing and all the things. Like I didn't see but again, they know him better than we do, obviously.
It also felt like random, like calling Tonka out and like putting him. It was like it just felt like, why y'all singling out Tonka in
Yeah.
this regard
And he's
right
turning it.
now in this moment? Tonka did say during the like check in that he was like, it is hard. They're all dancing and I can't move that fast. So maybe it was like referring to that, but I think that Tonka did a really good job.
For
Tonka did have a mix up. It kind of reminded me of when Honey tripped up Shannon last week, or the first week that they showed out.
Oh yeah.
You remember when Honey caught her heel in Shannon's cape and they fell down?
I did love their
but
looks.
Again, just like that, they picked it up. They kept it moving. I do think that when they were throwing Sasha on the ground, they should have pulled off more than just her train. They should have pulled off her train, her wig, her glove, a part of her outfit.
Well, she did lose her glove.
Really...
They did take her glove off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think what would have been really cool is if they made in the dress like pieces that were like maybe velcroed on, and they could like rip parts of the dress off. That could have been really cool.
And throw them,
yeah. But I did love the color palette. I love this. I love the story. I loved Sasha's voiceovers. Stasha's voiceovers on it. I think they all looked great. I love that. I loved this performance. I thought they did a great job. I really enjoyed Garcon this week.
Yeah, it was really good.
I had given them a 9.
I wrote any other notes. I gave them a 9 as well. Oh my God, you're my new Megan.
McCain.
We score the same now. No, don't. Oh.
The international signal for oof. I done said too much.
Let's go into Balenciaga, who had Gluttony. You thought that Gluttony would be a tough one?
I thought it was, because when I think of Gluttony, I just think you had to play like big, and you had to like maybe wear like a fat suit or something, which may make things a little difficult to do spins and stuff in. But they turned it. They fucking turned it. I love them.
I think the Hansel and Gretel concept for Gluttony was really brilliant. I love they didn't go into any sort of like weird, like fat shaming type things with the Gluttony. I'm very glad they stayed away from that. I did not even see Shannon kick that shoe. I had to.
Okay, what happened? I don't get what happened with the shoe. I don't understand what happened.
One of their because they were wearing these morph suits or like some sort of leggings that were kind of slick. So one of their shoes slid off, and then apparently the shoe was just kind of in the middle of the dance floor. And then Shannon came out and apparently knocked it out of the way. I didn't even see her do it.
I didn't see it happen at all. I saw when I think it was Jupiter took the shoe off, but I thought that he was like taking off part of the number. I was like, why would taking off the shoe be part of the number? But I guess maybe it felt, now this is all making sense. I didn't understand the shoe thing. But that being said, I thought they did a great job. I know you're a Tisci ride or die. Balenciaga is turning my pussy out every week. They're always so on point. The choreography always looks so good. They always nail the assignment. Bitch, they were doing spins in such unconventional ways. Like when they took Honey and spun Honey around, and when they were on the floor spinning on their knees. Like whatever the assignment is, they're like, we're gonna do it and do it fierce and just do it not like how everyone else does it, but really pump it up and do it.
I gotta agree with you. This was a very good week for Balenciaga. I gave them a 10.
Same.
It was a perfect take on the number. It was just, only thing I don't like is this thing in Shannon's hair. I hate that thing. I do not like that. That is driving me.
What?
It's driving me.
Oh
crazy.
My God, you're being ridiculous. For a little lollipop in her head.
It's a light up toy. And the fact that the toy lights up I don't like it. It's just I wish that maybe they had smaller ones that were more like a crown. If she had like a lollipop crown or something, that would be great. But something about this light up toy in her head is really sending me. And I also wish that they would have maybe No, actually, no. Everything else was brilliant.
Also, I just love that anytime Shannon talks, and obviously because we know about her relationship with Diego from episode 1, how Diego lost his mom and Shannon stepped into that role for him and was was a mother figure to him. She just seems like she is such like a kind, like genuinely like nice spirit, and I just love that. I like every time she's like talking, she just seems so demure, and she's just so calm, and I really like Mother Shannon a lot. I really do.
Yeah, I think Mother Shannon's had a life.
Mm-hmm.
She has lived a life. She's very self-aware, and she thinks about other people a lot.
Is she the one who went to jail?
Clear. I think she is the one who mopped $17.5 million. So she learned a $17 million lesson, and it's paid off very well.
Honestly, I really like. I have so much respect for her. I really enjoy her like existence in the show. Her being.
She's like I learned a lesson. All it cost me $17 million in about 5 years. But she's come out, I mean, shining like a goddamn nickel. Let's talk about All-American Runway into Catwalk.
Well, I want to commend Diego. I want to commend Father Omari. I want to commend Dro Tisci. And I want to commend Egypt for wearing, like, fair shoes. Father Jamil, Jupiter, King Oz, not wearing them pleaser chunky heels. No, ma'am.
So there were a few people, like when Tisci walked out, I was like, chop it and chop it now. Chop it hard. Chop it into a million pieces. Slice it up and get rid of it. Like, Dro, sure, you had a nice shoe, I guess, but like that walk was no.
Agreed.
It was just no. It was no. It was no as soon as he stepped on the flow. It was a no.
Father Omari turned it.
But the idea... So the concept was they have to walk like men, which I don't like saying that. It's so problematic.
Yeah.
They have to walk like men.
Yeah.
Like masculine walk in
heels.
Or let me rephrase it. They have to do a masculine walk up in heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you survive that round, you have to turn around and do a catwalk, which Monet thinks is just runway. I'm just kidding. You have to do a catwalk.
I can't believe they chopped Diego.
Once it became cat.
I hear they chopped Diego.
I mean, do you think Diego's walk was...
It was good. It was good. I think Diego was doing what the category was asking him to do.
Oh, well, apparently, I think he got chopped by 3 people.
Haters. So. No, it was one person. It was one person. It was just La Roche that chopped him.
Oh, Oh, yeah, because it was weird because he got all the way to the end, all the way back to the thing, and La Roche was like... I wrote down, Law chopped Diego just for fun.
Honestly... That's what it felt like. Cause I thought the walk was great, the look was great. He was one of the few people who changed his outfit and like came in a whole new thing, in like actually stiletto thigh high boots. He like did a whole costume change thing, and La Roche just chopped him because he's
the only one. Balenciaga did a costume change as well. So did Egypt. So did
Egypt.
Dro.
That's what Egypt wore for his thing. What are you talking about, Egypt? That's what Egypt wore.
Was it?
Yes. Y'all gonna put some respect on Diego's name.
In this redemption battle,
it was the best one of the season.
Who did
you do you agree with that?
It was great. It was very good. I would have given it to Icon though.
I would have given it to Marlene. Bob, Marlene to me was turning it. Marlene looked like one of them clips I'd be seeing on TikTok from iconic Vogue battles on YouTube, on Instagram. I thought Marlene turned it for me. The House of Balenciaga and Garcon had 49 points this episode. Tisci had 43. Miyake-Mugler had 38. Oricci had 36. And Icon and Milan, they were tied at 32. Gag.
Who did the trophy go to again? Yeah, it went to Balenciaga.
Yeah, Balenciaga. My girl. My house, baby. Well, I enjoyed chatting with you about Legendary Bob.
This was lovely. I'll be seeing you. Get your trade quick because me and Peach is coming over.
He hasn't texted me yet, but he hasn't texted me yet, and we said 3:00, so I'm chucking it to it's not happening. So whatever.
All right. I love you both very much, and I'll see both of you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.